there anything else before I want you to take some time too to share about your company and how people can follow you and follow your conversation? Is there anything about the conversation we've had today that we didn't cover that you thought might be useful to add to it before we get out of here?
I want to go on exactly what you said about YouTube. And this is something where I've always gone back and forth with Gary Vaynerchuk. There's times I look at him and I think the hustle, I'm like, all right, it's a little ridiculous. And then the other times, as of late, I'm coming back to Gary Vaynerchuk and I'm like, some of the stuff he's saying right now is really, really good. And one of the best things he said, and it's a piece of advice I give to people, not my advice, literally stealing this from Gary Vaynerchuk. He got up on a stage and he said, LLMs are reading your YouTube shorts. They're reading your YouTube shorts way more than you could possibly think. If you are not taking like this content we have right here, cutting it up on something like Opus Clip and feeding it through YouTube shorts, you are making a grave mistake. The people who invest in that right now, do this for your clients, do this for yourself. Make them get behind a camera and do it. The YouTube shorts, that is getting digested by all LLMs. In the next 6 to 8 months, the people who have put the effort and time into that, you are going to start seeing them getting cited more and more and more on these LLMs. I know there's a million ways in which you can get in there and there's a billion different things, but we've already started testing that out and we're seeing it works. So
yeah, I think from the PR news cycle standpoint, YouTube falls into that category of like news. So it's one of the things that you can do to kind of drive that conversation and kind of check that box in the algorithm. So YouTube, and we're seeing a lot of requests like, hey, can you help us with the podcast or create content? And I just think that this is where it's going. And people are like, oh my gosh, that's so difficult. Well, it's been difficult. It was kind of like a nice to have maybe a couple of years ago. I think we're moving into almost a need to have. And if you don't do it, it's just going to make life more and more difficult. And we're seeing that. We're seeing some kind of desperation starting to happen for certain businesses that really didn't invest in their brand. So I think the biggest takeaway here is, well, it's a sea change. It's a new discovery, a new future that we're moving into. And like, we're looking for the explorers. So, if you know anybody that really likes to explore and see where things are going and is a tech geek, refer out this podcast. Let them know about it. Please follow and like that algorithm. Really, like we're a podcast that has been on iTunes for 15 something years. And, as we moved over to YouTube, like people don't know we're there. People don't listen to YouTube that same way. So we're reinventing what we're doing. But if you're listening, you like it, please give us a like, please give us a follow. Really, really help us out. Lynn, how do people get in touch with you? Where are you putting out content? How do people follow kind of your thought process these days?
They can just go to Comexis.com. You can fill out a form. You will work with me directly. We are very, very selective, and not to sound like a big shot, we're very selective in who we work with. We have a bandwidth that we hold. Go from there. But you can always follow me on YouTube Shorts at Comexis. You can follow us on LinkedIn at Comexis. We try to get out as much content as we can, at least a couple times a week. A lot of our podcasts are on there. But any questions, I'm always happy to jump on a call and kind of go through things.
Awesome. And the last thing I'll say, my voice just popped there. So last thing I'll say is I've been trying to change our intro, guys, for a long time. It's on my list. It's very low. If anybody wants to submit an intro, and we will look at them and we could select the best one. So appreciate any kind of crowdsource help. We definitely are hiring right now. We are hiring. We need people with certain skill sets. You can check it out online, or you can reach out to us directly at ewrdigital.com. But if you want to grow your business with the largest, most powerful tool on the planet, the internet, and AI, I feel like AI is probably the next phase. Listen to this podcast. Listen to this podcast. Reach out to us. Leave us a comment. We really appreciate it. Lynn, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks,
we'll get you back on too to continue the conversation. There's some threads we could open up there. Until the next time, everybody, my name is Matt Bertram. Bye-bye for now.